Hello and welcome to another episode of Midwest Container Home. Today was a big day at the site. The crane was here. Everything went well. So the boxes fit the way we planned. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. One of the boxes, that one over there, let me see if you can catch my finger. That one up there, the middle blue one on the top. I'm sure you can't even see the color there because of the sun. So it wouldn't fit in the twist lock. So I was under the impression that maybe it was of a different size for some reason, because these things are supposed to be standard. They can stack on each other. So it didn't fit. It was off by about 2 inches. Maybe a little more than 2 inches, maybe 2.5. It was off. But we were able to, after about 45 minutes of maneuvers, we were able to get it to fit. So it snapped right in the way it's supposed to. I think it didn't fit at first. That's this one here, that one. I think the reason it didn't fit at first was simply because the side was bowed a little bit. So it was kind of, the tension from the side was pushing against it, was pushing against the other one over there to the right. So we were able to adjust that, force it in, and it snapped in. So the next one went in. So everything went well. Other than that little moment of panic, everything was fine. So we're here for about 4 hours, 1 hour more than I planned, and but it went well. So, well, right now the goal is to finish the middle section with concrete and raise it all the way up, and then put the floor. I'll probably put a temporary floor on that front entrance just to be able to work. Because of the cost of lumber, I think I'm going to delay on buying any more lumber, so I will use all the scraps that I have here and build a strong support in there to have like a temporary floor just to be able to walk on, and use it for bracing in there, just so I can pour the next level. So, and then after that, hopefully the cost of lumber will go down. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm not rushing either. So I'll try to see if I have some scraps to can do the floor in there, and after that I can use that floor as a support to stack my concrete forms all the way up and pour it. Well, there is a shout out. With these containers being up, I think it's time for a shout out, a recognition. I really would like to recognize one of my neighbors who, when I was kind of buying these containers one by one, it all landed during the winter season. So towards the end of winter, and we had big snows when these guys scheduled to come and deliver, and I don't have a snow cleanup truck yet. So a neighbor came to clear the snow around and clear the road around the night before so that the containers can be delivered. So I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, so it was a big deal, because then I could get the delivery. The way I was buying these, I was just waiting until they have one that was cheap enough for me to get, that was affordable for me to get. Most containers they had were very recent, new, and I could not afford new containers, so I had to wait. I had to kind of keep calling until they could tell me, hey, we have one ready to get picked up, and I would just go in and pay, and that's how they would gather my containers. So this is my appreciation to that neighbor who helped me to clear the snow so that they could be delivered before the snow melted, because once the snow melted, it was all muddy here, and then, I mean, you can still see the status of the ground. You can tell that it was crazy here. You couldn't even move. So I had to get those delivered before that happened. So So that was made possible because snow was cleared when the ground was frozen. And yeah, for now, I think I'll take a short break. There's still going to be some stuff to do before that wall, but the next project is to get the wall up, to get the forms in, brace it so the wind doesn't blow it away. And then I'm waiting for a phone call from a company in town that supplies those forms to me. So they have ordered it and it hasn't arrived yet. And so it's worth mentioning that I'm switching from 8-inch wall to 6-inch wall to reduce the weight in the middle. So there won't be no concerns at all. I just, I have the option of reducing the weight, so I don't need 8-inch to go up to the top level. 6-inch will be fine. So because I don't really need, it's not going to carry another floor or anything, so I should be fine with 6 inches. So that's what I'm switching to. I'm switching from 8 to 6. So which meant they didn't have 6, so they had to order it. I'm just waiting for the phone call from them to go pick it up. So Champions Crane is the company that did the crane service for me here. Great service, very professional, and the guy they sent today was just unique. Very professional and very, very patient. We needed that today because unlike the other days when we had people and friends and neighbors helping us, today was different, and most people were not available, and we had someone scheduled to work with us, but he must have had the last minute emergency, and could not make it, and there was not a way to find someone. So my wife and I actually did all the work here. Which is why it was awesome to have a crane operator who was very patient and understanding and very, very professional. So kudos to the company. My appreciation to the service. Yeah. So that's the update for now. And please share and subscribe. And stay tuned for more. There'll be more actions. More action, I should say. There'll be more action when the shell is all up, which means the floor, the middle connector goes all the way up with concrete in it. I have concrete in the columns in the basement. I have the deck over there, which up until now the decision is it is going to be a concrete deck on those 2 containers over there. So you would notice that we don't have 2 containers over there. It's because we're going to have a patio deck up there, and plan is for it to be concrete. So when that's all done, the roof is on, then some real action will happen on this side. It's going to be a lot of cutting and welding and structural support, load bearing columns, and all that good stuff. So that's when I think at that point I will do more explaining. At that point I will make sure that I am fully recording what I'm doing and that I'm explaining. Right now there's really not a lot of explaining to do. It's just a bunch of repeating myself, which is not really useful right now to someone who is trying to do the same thing. Containers, you can source them. There are many containers around. The forms, you can buy them. There are several companies that do it. Concrete, you can order it. Beams, rebar, you can buy them. So nothing special so far, nothing unique. Really, I have not applied any skill yet. Not that I had any in this area, but I haven't done anything unique yet. So it's when I start walking on the inside and cutting the rooms and and doing all that good stuff, it'll make sense for me to walk my audience through what I'm doing. So right now, like I usually say, it was just stacking. Nothing special, nothing unique. So, well, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Please comment, share, subscribe. And this was an update from Midwest Container Home. You have a good day.